Oh, and that one nosedives right into the thick stuff. That could be problematic, to say the least. Frank, just the visuals on this second shot to number 8, mind-boggling.
Yeah, this is really where Pebble Beach attracts the best players in the world. Sitting on top of that hill, and you look at this green that angles away from the player on the player's right. Plus, you actually have to look at the putting surface. There's only a small area of flat surface. If you come up, anything sort of 5 or 6 yards short on that putting surface, it will come off. But also, too, you can, if you're a little bit of local knowledge, don't tell too many people, but you can use the back edge of the green too to roll the ball back.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in the rough now, wondering what might have been. And that'll be a tricky leave for double bogey.
Everything's just been a fraction off on this hole. No different there.
Look out. I mean, that one came out jalapeno hot, Frank.
Using all the real estate, and now really got the work cut out to get down in 2 putts.
Yeah, good work there to make sure things don't get worse, but as it is, it's a double bogey. 2019 U.S. Open, number 9 was the hardest hole on the golf course. Frank, give yourself certainly a good crack at 4 by hitting the fairway.
And that's all you wanted to do in 2019. It's fine to say all too, but having to hit the left side of this fairway just to keep it in play, and then once again hit into, I know we say this a lot here, but a very narrow green and a very small green, but this time with a long club.
Nothing to fault there, safely in the fairway. Yeah, that's a good tee shot right there. Got a little extra run out. That's where you want to be. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Well, when you find your ball in the fairway at the 9th, you hit a great tee shot, one of the most difficult fairways to hit on the entire golf course, but now it opens up the opportunity to hit a great second.
Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. This is a 16-footer. Nope, didn't see the break, and that slides by to the left. So, a tap in here, it's a bogey at the 9th. And that's going to finish off a front nine of 41, 6 over par. So she'll tap that in for her bogey here at the ninth. And this will be a 4-over score of 39 on this front side. Start of the inward half and another big and bold par 4, Frank, with the ocean yet again running the entire length of that right side.
Yeah, you call it the ocean, I call it the world's largest water hazard. But look again on the other side of the fairway, and you'll see those 3 bunkers. Needless to say, they have to be avoided. But you do actually have to hit your tee shot just inside those, because once again, you've got a fairway that tilts left to right.
Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Just what you want to do. Land it in the fairway, get a little bit of roll out, and that is a good shot. Yep, played that nicely. That'll work out just fine. Oh, how about the touch right there? Very well done.
Hard to do much better than that. It was nearly perfect.
That is so painful when you come up that short.
Why is it that putts on line come up short?
Well, not what they wanted. 7 over par already on the round. Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest. Frank, what do you think of the 11th hole?
Well, it's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway finder.
As picturesque as they come, that is right down the middle. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. This is position A, right in the fairway, and 180 yards to go. Oh dear, that looks thick in there. From the fairway, Noda, her second coming up.
She's left herself with 157 yards to the hole. Pin is very accessible here, right in the center of the green.
That one was running so hot.
I didn't realize this hole was this long. Long, short, here we go again. Now, this would be an unbelievable par if you can make this putt.
"28 feet from the cup." Kidding. This game's unfair sometimes. That looked in the whole way. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Ooh, that's got a little bit more movement than you think, and that'll slide on by. Been that kind of day. 8 over par already. First par 3 now on the backside. Frank, this is sort of the forgotten hole, the 12th, 202 yards.
It is. It's in the corner of the golf course. If you look at the right side of the screen, it's very narrow, but that's actually the entry or the gateway. And the reason why I say that, that's the full width of the putting surface. If you're going to take the bunker on, you've got to carry the ball another 8 or 9 yards. But one thing in your favor is this hole plays 10 yards downhill.
And this has been a problem all round long. Out of position again off the tee as that is into the thick stuff. And that one needed to put on the brakes, but could not. And this will wind up over the green. Oh, maybe a misread there, and that curls by to the left. Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. Six over for the day. Frank, the 13th hole doesn't get as much fanfare as some of the more picturesque par fours here at Pebble Beach. Just curious, what do you think of this 13th hole?
I think it's a good hole, Rich, because it rewards you. You can certainly make three here. I remember when Tony Jacklin actually made an eagle here, but it's very easy to mess up. Purely because they added those three bunkers in on the right side that start at 260 yards and finish at just over 290 yards. What that has done to this hole is actually shrunk the fairway to just 35 yards wide.
And that will do just fine.
Time's running out. Haven't seen too many good shots, so that one really stands out. See if you can make something with it this time.
That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. A little bit of green to work with here as he'll try to get it out and let it run. That is a good-looking pass out of the bunker right there. Got that to stop in a good place, leaving just a few feet for par. Might overread it just a bit, and it stayed out wide left of the hole. Okay, that's finished off for a par. This golf course playing tough today. They're at 7 over. Frank, the 14th hole, par 5, it is one of the most difficult par 5s in championship golf, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. Not just because of the length of the hole, 570 plus yards, but reachable only really by the longest hitters in the right conditions. But it's the third shot. I've got to rank the third shot as probably the hardest short wedge shot, right up there with the 15th hole at Augusta.
And all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be.
Well, what a roller coaster round today. Haven't seen much good out there, to be honest, so this one really stands out. A good shot certainly stands out.
Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning. Good shot right there with that 3-wood, sitting up nicely.
Yeah, most importantly, the second shot's on the fairway. And this par 5 playing long today. See how close this third shot can be hit.
Well, Frank, as we know, golf is not played generally on a flat surface, and here we go, uphill.
Yeah, and the uphill lie is going to guarantee you more loft than normal. So you're going to have to counteract that with maybe an extra club. and safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, you really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good. Inexcusable.
This for birdie now at 14.
Yeah, and over a putt like this, you've really got to trust the fact you've banked the practice, you trust the process, and certainly trust the line.
That one just going to sneak on by. Well, Frank, you know, it's not ideal, but sometimes psychologically a bogey's not that bad.
It would have been easy to come completely off the rails there. So all in all, I'd take a bogey.
8 over for the pay. Okay, that one cleaned up without any issue, and that is a par. Here at the 15th, a good drive, Frank, would be right down the middle. A bad drive would be on 17-mile drive. As scenic as it is, it's not where you want to be, is it? It's out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to go right. You can't afford to pay for that real estate on the right either. So, yeah, anything down there. Unfortunately, it's a downhill tee shot. I know there's sort of 4 bunkers really down the left side, but really it's the pop bunker that has to be avoided.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine.
Some say it's not how you start, but it's how you finish. Are you a believer in that? Because I actually think that was a really good shot. So it starts here.
So this, Iona, her second from the fairway.
We're looking at 126 yards to the front of the green. 133 the number, all the way to the flagstick. Now the ball's sitting on a wee bit of a downslope, nothing too tasking.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Second shot upcoming with that pin tucked in the front left.
Well, it's not the worst shot I've seen, but look where the flag is. It's in the front, and the ball's in the back. Switch it around, not so bad.
Oh, yeah! Boy, a rare moment of sunshine there. The putts hadn't been dropping, but this one does from long distance to boot. This one measures out to 15 feet. This is a really pretty hole, the par 4 16th. What's the right line here, Frank?
Well, if you want to pick out something in the horizon there, if you look closely down there, the tallest tree in the distance, that's sort of right bang in the middle of the fairway. You will not see your tee shot land and you won't see it run out, but that's the line.
That is going to wind up right down Broadway. A majestic looking tee shot there. Solid, a good drive in the fairway. This Nota, her second from the fairway.
Looking at 153 to the hole, pin all the way on the right.
That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really outside chance for birdie. And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
A lot of movement coming left here. This for birdie. Oh, no. Just appeared to be befuddled by the break there. That's going to scoot a foot or two by.
Need a little bit more pace and a little more borrow.
Over for the day. Well, here we are, 17th hole, and this is where you can make your mark on the sport. Frank, so much history at this par 3.
It's just a great hole too, Rich. You know, that hourglass-shaped green on the angle. But you're right when you talk about history. You go back to 1972, and this hole played into the breeze. It was a one-iron for Jack Nicklaus. Said one of the greatest shots he ever hit. Actually hit the flagstick, nearly went in. And of course, one of my favorites is 1982. Tom Watson had missed this green to the left, and the late Bruce Edwards was his caddy. And they were looking for options because they were in such a perilous situation with the US Open on the line. And Watson said, well, what about if I just hole it? And if you look really closely at the footage, as Watson starts to run across the green, he's pointing his finger back at Bruce and saying, I told you so. And then just a few years ago, too, Gary Woodland, he had to chip it on this green and made 3.
And continued problems off the tee. That ball going to come to rest in the heavy rough. Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Maybe a little frustration there, got a little too much sand and not enough golf ball, and that will come up quite a bit short.
Well, those are the shots that turn what You'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap in is now going to be a grind.
Pretty good read there. Definitely good speed, and that just skips a foot or so by. This from 7 feet. Oh, boy, you hate to give one back on a putt like that. Cleans that up in the hole. Over for the day. Frank, you don't need to say a whole lot. 18T, Pebble Beach.
It's such a beautiful finishing hole, Rich. Two of my favorites really are this hole here, just looking at that tee shot, and the 18th at St. Andrews because of exactly where you are. But, this hole, when you look at the water there, Stillwater Cove, it's so beautifully framed by the bunkers. And then when you start to look at the tee shot, you start to notice what the designer's done, just leaving the tree there in the middle of the fairway. So the decision is, do I play short, left, or right? And it's not the only tree on the hole, too, because that upcoming second shot, you have another tree short right to contend with. But if there's ever a hole you want a birdie to finish, this is the one.
Ooh, and that went straight down. That's going to be tough from there. Yeah, much better there. No questioning whether this is inbounds. It is right there in the fairway. Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
That's an aggressive layup, really trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's two good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
This will be the fourth shot now coming out of the bunker.
Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand, and that race is right on by. Pretty good read there. Definitely good speed, and that just skips a foot or so by.
8-foot putt here.
No, the touch definitely eluding him on this hole.
Well, hit the stroke limit on that one. Okay, it's a 6 here at the last, and that's going to wrap up our 18 holes of golf. So yet another wonderful day at Pebble Beach. Though Frank, it's not finished yet, though the sun is beginning to set. You and I are heading to Carmel for dinner tonight. What time do you want me to pick you up?
6:45, my man. The sun should be just setting by there this time of the year. And of course, the big decision is, do we go to the whaling station, sardine factory? I don't know. And also, who's paying?
So that should just about do it. For all of us at EA Sports, thanks for spending some time with us on the road to the Masters.